We return to the adventures of King Melville Martin. Since you guys last saw glorious Melville Martin, 9 months have passed so that I could get into the position where we were ready to fire the plot to fabricate treason in the Vale, so that obviously we could try and revoke it and give it to a glorious Martin, someone a bit more deserving of a Martin. Oh, I don't know, maybe someone in House Martin. I meant to say title then. Just don't worry about it. Along that time, 9 months have passed, and 9 months is around the perfect time for a babby to be formed, and a babby was formed. I also renamed some of the other kids to make it a bit more obvious who we've got. So, just recapping the children's situation then. Prince of the Gwyn, not too bad. Trained in martial, but ended up being a much better diplomat. We've got Princess Sariana. I don't even fucking remember you. I'm so sorry. Then we have Prince Davos, who's not much of a fighter, but is pretty good in all the other regards. We've got Prince Weak Little Manfrey, who is weak, obviously, but then overshadowed by his brother, Prince Strong G. He was called, like, Gunther or Gwyneth or some shit like that, so he's now just Prince Big Strong G because he's got a big strong muscle. And then finally we have Princess Old Wrinkle Brain of the Iron Throne, so called because she has a very wrinkly brain, because she's a genius. Makes for good marriage fodder. Anyway, let's get to work then. I think that's everything I had to catch you up on. The Crown Loyalist faction is obviously incredible because all of our most powerful vassals we're related to, which comes in handy, and we're on the family folks. We're obviously also trying to forge a bloodline. Be nice to eventually get a forged bloodline. What I was actually going to suggest, how about we build 10 cities, 10 castles, 10 temples, or something like that? Obviously, rule at peace 15 years, not going to happen. Win 15 foreign wars is going to be very, very difficult as well, given that the only other foreign nation in our realm is the North right now. We would have to go across the seas to Bravos, Mir, Tarosh, wherever, and I just don't think that's really the whole point of the series. So, we might avoid that one. Wait, did they take back Hayford? That was under Lazar, don't forget. Did the Empire splinter? Oh, the Empire splintered and we got back... Oh, it's Karth now? That's cool. So the Empire splintered and we got back that province that they've had for episodes and episodes. Actually, no, it's the opposite way around. Karth conquered them. Because he's actually Karthian and he's actually, more importantly, got the noble oligarchy government type, which is unique to Karth. And I think one of the other, like, Tyrosh or Volantis. I think Volantis have something slightly different, don't they? Yeah, they've got Triarchy. I don't remember, but somewhere else has that too. But yeah, it seems like they've conquered that Valyrian Empire that rose up there. Unless they're in like a mega war right now. Oh, they are. From Magor the Crazy of Gishtkart. Right, okay, so maybe Karth is actually a vassal of theirs? I don't know, we'll keep an eye on it anyway. Not important, the point is we did get that title back. So let's go ahead and see if this works. 40% chance with 149% plot power after waiting for about 3 years. I wanted to wait for a better chance, but I figured let's go for it, just in case it does work. Good luck. Good luck, everyone. Cross every part of your body that's capable of being crossed that won't cause you extreme medical discomfort. We actually fucking succeeded. Thank you. You can unknot your dicks now. Incredible work. Okay. How do we do this again? We revoke title. Sorry, I haven't played this video game since it's about yesterday. So, as you can imagine, I'm very confused. We want to revoke it so that he'll actually go into war, so then we can do our usual tactic of I demand his head in all of their lands. So King of the Vale is going to say no. So why don't we get our troops ready to go first? Why don't we get our troops on the edge of the Vale? Let's go ahead and drop the armies, and then I'll set a rally point like... Where's his actual domain end, though? Right, so we could set our troops somewhere up here. And then let's go ahead and go for... What about this one here? What's the supply there? 42,000. 70,000 in Willowwood. We'll drop our rally point there, and then as they turn up, I'll have to obviously portion them out piecemeal. Otherwise, they will just die to attrition. But this seems like a much more sensible play straight off the bat there. We'll drop the Vale's troops, because obviously we can't rely on those, because I have a feeling they're not going to stick around after we try and revoke the title. Let's get everybody up there then. Sure, I know. Smooth this over. Welcome to my feast. I thought I'd also host a feast in the meantime as well, just to keep people happy. Some girl will keep the servants quiet or imprison my daughter. Idiot girl. Right, I'm going to force her to marry now. Shit. Oh, Lord of Summerfield. That's a pretty good... let's go for matrilineal marriage. Sorry, my bad. Matrilineal marriage, maybe against a lord of some renown. There are no lords at all. We can marry to a bunch of priests. Oh, right, old gods priests. I was going to say Septons can't get married. Are there any highborn dynasties out there? Baratheon, absolutely not. Faring, I recognize Faring. Obviously, Flint is not a particularly impressive one. It's got to be something better, surely. Loads of Martins. Former Southron. What a weird one. There's nothing. There's no worthwhile... Oh, there's a Tali. That'll do. Courtier and Nugget. Oh, but he's shit. Well, whatever. We'll accept it as part of doing business. Weak little Manfrey, the 9-year-old boy, I'm going to marry off matrilineally to my rival sister, which is all sorts of fucked up. No, not matrilineally. Let's really rub it in there. So she, now, our rival sister, has to marry our weak son. That's just like the ultimate revenge. Eugenics revenge is like a whole other level of fucking someone over, isn't it? That's nuts. Ooh, wow. Ivala, Lady of Crow's Nest, another genius strong parent bearer on our current character is genius, his wife is strong. That's a pretty good combination. Let's do it then. She's also House Swan, which is pretty decent. Right, the troops are starting to arrive, so we need to start splitting this up basically as soon as possible. This is the only way into the Vale. We could go from that direction, but I have a feeling, yeah, that's also the Vale. We could move up to here and then send troops from Ehrenford up and around to try and cut off any troops. Supply there's 42,000. Okay, fair enough. How many more troops do we have? 51k, good God. Well, let's split these guys up and send them far then. So you go that way, you go this way. How are we looking? Oh, another 41,000 coming in. We've got too many troops. This is way too many troops for one person to manage. This is unreal. Now, I know that when we obviously declare the war, the vassals will take control of their own troops anyway. But it's worth just getting them into a bit of a position so that the AI is kind of ready to go. We're just going to do it now. Oh, disease broke out. Fuck. I'm just going to launch it now then. Bollocks to it. Road title, Kingdom of the Vale. It says maybe. Come on. Rebel. Yes. Okay. For 8% off the bat. That's always good news. There we are. Okay. Good shit. Right, moving. Hit the area where it hurts. You guys come up here. You guys come up here. You, 75,000 is way too many. Oh, God. This is too many men. Fucking hell. Strong Song. Split that army too. Let's move you up to Moonsgrey. Let's move you around to Heartsholme. How are we looking now, then? Probably still a complete mess. Oh, there's 10,000 men there. Swing around. You guys go up to the area I was going to send those guys to. Are they going to lose that? Yes, and then we can come in and take the glory. Incredible. Good my core position. What do you want? You want to be married to a Martin? Absolutely fine. Manfred wants to become a Kingsguard. Yep, that's fine by me. Good shit. 63% already, and we've barely done anything. Right, so every one of their provinces is going to have a sieging army when I've split the other ones up as well. So this is going to be... Basically, this is in the bag. There's no way in hell they could do anything else. Oh. It's given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning sexual preferences. Okay, Jar Jar. I assume that's Jeremy Antley. No, we're fine. I don't really care about Jeremy. I think it's a bit below the king of what, the 5 kingdoms right now to be spreading rumors about Jeremy Antley, random courtier's sexual preferences. So given that forging a bloodline through the active effects is going to be fairly tricky, unless we go for building 10 castles, 10 cities, 10 temples, which will cost us literally tens of thousands of gold. Let's go for one of these. Paragon of Virtue wouldn't be too bad. Remember, Fear is probably unnecessary. Prosperity and Knowledge, that's too risky, because some of the bloodlines come out this are absolute dog shit. Paragon of Virtue will bring Prosperity and Knowledge to our realm. That was a bit pointless as well, because there are obviously no tech points. I guess we'll go Paragon of Virtue then. None of these bloodlines, I will admit, are particularly worth going for. It's just the idea of at least gaining something extra out of this character, you know? I guess we just sit here now and wait for them to capitulate. We've got way too many troops here. Like, every single one of their provinces has over 10,000 men sieging them. So this one's obviously attrition down here. Thank you, Stone Mason Guild. Much appreciated. Split some of these troops in to reinforce here. They've taken a lot of losses. The area I don't think we're actually going to siege down before this war ends. Just Unvirtuous, or my dynasty's emblem will shine over all others. I think that one has basically been the backbone of this entire campaign. Have a Martin on each throne. So we will go for that. And we lose 100 prestige for doing it, but you get more prestige in return eventually when we... It'll more than pay for itself when we actually get around to forging it. I'm going to save the cash then, and we'll just dump it all on this bloodline. Let him bend the knee, let him bend the knee. You will forfeit. I want your head and all Arryn lands, and I'm going to chuck him out the moon door. What an appropriate way to kill one of the final kings of House Arryn. Very nice. We've also taken the treasury too. They're very good. And then that should all recombine. There we are. Very nice. Okay. Let's find a Martin worthy of putting on the seat of the Vale. I'm not just giving it to anyone. They still have to be worthwhile to dish it out to. If there's no one, we'll wait as far as I'm concerned. My dynasty, men who are not a ruler. Oh, wow. He's actually pretty good. Is he a member of the Citadel? He is. I was going to say, his education looks as if that's probably the case. He's honorable. He's gregarious, kind, erudite. He's a duelist. He's a knight. He's got religion and he's got honor on his side. I think this dude's it. Samaric, the bard. I give you the Eerie. And then let's go ahead and dish in the whole fucking thing. There you go, Chief. Boom. So if I'm not mistaken, let's just do a quick head count. On the Trident, we have a Martin. The Vale, we have a Martin. Westerlands, Martin. Highgarden is a Martin. Stormlands is a Martin. Dawn is a Martin. Oh, that's some good shit right there. That's really, really impressive stuff. And more importantly, we've restored the traditional borders, which is something I wanted to do. We haven't quite restored the borders, but I should say we've restored the seats of power to where they should be. Dawn is in Sunspear. Obviously, we've got Highgarden, Casterly Rock, River Run, and then the area as well. Now we turn our attention to the final of the many kingdoms there, House Stark. Still a Stark in Winterfell is fairly impressive, but as I recall, they flipped over from Karstark, though, didn't they, early on? Anyway, oh, and of course we've got the Iron Islands, but we'll leave that to last to really rub it in. Should we just do it? Should we just go all in? Royal Climb on the North, fuck it, let's do it. They will honour their obligations, of course they will, they're all related to us after all. Oh, what a fucking state. Oh, wow, look at that. So, I think we're only going to have to command 28,000 men, which is honestly music to my ears. I really do love the Mega War system for that. Like in the base game, when you form Rome, warfare becomes almost impossible. Unless you want to play on speed 1, or unless you want to constantly be pausing and unpausing to reissue orders. It's just not fun in my experience to be doing that. Particularly when it's massively unnecessary because you can just go for a death stack, take the attrition on the chin and still win. We're playing on very hard, just to reiterate. So it's unnecessary to do that, but it's the only way to do it if you want to move your armies in a half-decent way. Which is why I really, really like the Mega system. Jasper Antley, imprison him, imprison her, imprison her. I really, really like the Mega War system in this because of exactly that. What the hell's going on here? Invasion? King Arlen. Arlen Antley. Oh, this was the dude that was trying to take the Iron Throne for himself. Got it. You are not yet ready for Rosby. Like I said, I'm going to hold out as much as possible. Oh, we lost stress too. That's really great. Right, we'll hunt down these random invaders. And then we'll see what damage we can do in the north. I feel like the north is going to be pretty easily dealt with. There we are. Boom. Done. Oh, that was actually it. Holy shit. I was expecting to go quite that quickly. They just got on a load of ships and sailed away. Where have they gone? That would be an incredibly big brain move if they went to King's Landing. They didn't. They sailed right past. No, they are there. Wow. I'm genuinely quite impressed. Someone else siege this shit. You got 47,000 men. You do that. You're from the Trident as well. We'll swing around and we'll go and defend King's Landing. Stalwart defender. Yeah. Send my family into... Doesn't really matter, does it? We get the same points, and that one's just a little bit safer. Yeah, get out of there. Roots of his legend. My dynasty has a large and proud history, yet I'm sure by looking at the Rams records, you'll be able to find even more prestigious ancestors. Imagine if you're looking through all the records, and then you find that actually your family member, George R.R. Martin himself, created the entire world. That'd be something to be proud of. I'll lead the research myself, because we have... Oh, high learning. Oh, we actually lose proud. Why would we lose proud for leading research to prove why we're the best person ever? That feels like that should give you proud rather than take it away. Oh, for fuck's sake. They walked... Okay, so just to put this into perspective, right? They got on a boat. They left Winterfell, walked down to the coast, got on a boat, sailed down to King's Landing, got off at King's Landing, and then walked back up to defend their lands. Fucking incredible. We should have this in the bag, despite the fact they have got a river crossing them, just because we're such a good commander. Oh. There you are. We're going to hunt him down for a battlefield duel. Oh, damn it. I was hoping we actually could fight him there. That's a shame. Oh, nice. Okay, the vassals caught him, even though we were still moving along to obviously go back down to King's Landing to catch him out. Let's say Iron King Euron. Don't like the sound of that. Iron King Euron III Greyjoy. What the hell has gone on? I'm actually surprised that Greyjoys have managed to hang on to it, but I suppose they've always got dynastic claims, haven't they? So just naturally, eventually, if you throw enough shit in the form of wars, eventually some of it will stick and they will grab it back. I think that's also going to be true if we left it, and when we do the time lapse, which we will do for this series, if we leave this for 400 years, I guarantee you that this will almost certainly go back to someone with Greenhand blood. This will go back to the Martells. This will go back to Baratheons. It just seems like an inevitability, unless our dynasty obviously kick around long enough to also get that claim. 96%, and our troops have only just got back there. I think we've pretty much done with this. Thank you, vassals. Here we are. Dedicate my entire life to this venture. Familial devotion. Fertility plus 10%, minus 2 health and stressed. Holy fuck. I don't know that we can take that. That's quite hefty. And how long does that last? I'll dedicate my whole life to this venture, in brackets, 5 years. So that's minus 2, that's another minus 1. So if my dude gets anything wrong with him, like even the like flu, or the most basic of diseases, would kill him dead. Gives 0.5 extra health. Have we got anything else giving health? No. Okay, this could be quite dangerous then. Now, one thing I did buy was a love elixir to give another 50 points of sex appeal. I think we can go to the... What we'll try and do after the war's over, and hopefully this ends fucking soon, because our life literally depends on it at this stage. We'll end this war as soon as possible, then we'll go to the market again and try and buy a health potion or something like that. I think they exist, and that might keep us alive. I think it's like temporarily is it minus 0.5 health in exchange for a permanent plus 2 health or something like that. Well, the other way around. Oh, there we are. This is what I'm talking about. So we've got the Stormlands bloodline in the bag now. Cool. Right, so caught out of hiding. Boom. Go out. We want to go and buy... Ah, shit. Okay. We'll buy the Shaving Moon, whatever. We have to buy the potion by doing that event again. So fingers crossed eventually. I'm not going to drink this one because it's a chance that the love elixir could just straight up kill us. So we won't worry about that. Is there anything else I can do here to gain a little bit of health? Nothing at all, huh? Unless we somehow lose stress. Could lose stress just from being on the family focus. That can help. If you're on the family focus and also in love with your spouse, that can remove it. But I think we just need to kind of hope that over the next few years, all the fortunes bloodline, we don't just drop down dead. Gotta admit, that does look pretty good. So the only thing left to do now, then, is to defeat the Starks, which we'll try and do before the end of today, if possible. Overthrow the Starks, and then it's just the Iron Islands. Then we'll see how long this dynasty lasts. We might go beyond the wall and reunify. I'm not entirely sure, especially when we've already got chunks of it. We might as well go for it and then really see. That'll be the true test, is whether or not we even keep the lands beyond the wall as part of the time lapse. So after bribing them, we're looking at 245% plot power here. Paolini Waters, my brother's bastard with my ex-wife, I think? You get nothing. You get nothing. In fact, can we exile him in advance? We can't, unfortunately. That's a shame. Good stuff. Okay, so we got 245% there. We could launch the war on the Iron Islands preemptively, but if we launch war on the Iron Islands, and if the North goes into rebellion as well, we have other rebellious vassals kicking around, which I've tried to avoid, but we can't really too much control these sub-vassals. If too much of it breaks off, we could have a real problem on our hands. So I still want to take it slowly. We're so close to victory. We might as well tread very, very, very carefully. This way, we can also get involved with any of our vassals' wars as well. So if someone's trying to overthrow the Stormlands or Dawn or whatever, we can get involved there, speaking of which. War for the Stormlands, 100% in favor of her. Right, she's got that in the bag. I'm going to keep a very close eye on things, just like this for the timing. Marit's come on Dragonstone. Oh, he's trying to take Dragonstone. Because he's got the Targaryen blood, I would assume. Right, got it. Okay, fair enough. We'll focus on our bloodline then for the time being. We'll just let... Oh, cool. Oh, skill fighter guaranteed. That's fantastic. The other duelists didn't always taught you how to fight, but you also... What? The old duelists didn't only taught you how to fight, you also start to use some of their words. How will other rulers react to your foul mouth? Question mark, full stop. The fuck do I care what others think of me? Exclamation mark. The fuck do I care how others think of me? Yeah. Wait, I made this formidable fighter. What the fuck? I didn't even notice. Oh, but that gives 150. That gives 150. 1.5 health as well. We did get wounded though. Oh god, this is risky. That's -2 plus a -1 plus a -1 again. So at -4 plus. So your base level is 5. So that takes us down to 1 health. This gives us back 1.5. So we're at 2.5 health. This gives us back a 0.5. So we're at 3 health overall. This is the equivalent of having the flu. What? Holy shit, we were challenged to a trial by combat. And I thought, oh, I won't bother paying much attention to this. He's only got 60 personal combat. We had 130. He maimed us. Or he severely injured us. What the fuck are you talking about? This is broken. No, this is stupid. Come on. What the fuck was that about? Seriously? A dude with half our personal combat managed to almost kill us there. We actually genuinely might die here then. This could be the end of us. You motherfucker. I can't believe that. Barber Surgeon just removes shit, removes wounded. Oh, Christ. So we've got like 2.5 health again. No, we've got 1.5 health. We could die any second. Oh, not now. Okay. No, we failed. 70% chance, and he actually found out about that. Damn, that's a real shame. Okay, on the plus side, though, it means we don't have to fight a war with 1 foot with 1 foot in the grave. Let's go again. Inside revolt, 183%. Do it. Round 2. Here we go. Okay, that's fine. That's a good start. Oh, it's firing again. Holy shit. Please don't fail again. I can't afford the dishonor. Oh, no. -20 general opinion. Maybe we need to stop for a while. We're just getting super, super unlucky. We got really, really lucky with that first one. Now the game's really biting us in the ass to make up for it. Shit. We still got 173% though. Fuck it. Do it again. Round 3. Here we go. Keep going. Never stop. Nice. Somehow, despite the fact that he's quite literally almost dead, he did manage to have Babby be formed. What did that say, sorry? Something fingers? Lost fingers. Oh my god. Permanent personal combat skill -5. And he's one-eyed, but he's still got 115 personal combat lights. But even now, he's got nearly doubled the personal combat the other dude who had, bear in mind, 60. Oh, he lost his fingers. I had no idea that was even a thing. Christ. This poor dude, there's barely anything of him left from one jewel. Oh, now we have to choose. Rayala has declared war for Night Song. Is Night Song de jure part of the Stormlands? I think what this comes down to. Night Song is de jure part. I'm going to say, what do I care? And potentially piss off some of our vassals. I'm going to make sure that this guy knows that... Shit. Did I just make him jester? Oh, no. Shit, that's my bad. I was going to give him a bunch of titles here to make him a little bit... What if we give him... Let's give him a crown. Give him the Crown of Dawn. He can't wear it because you need to be a... He needs to be a king. And he doesn't count as king. He's obviously just Lord Paramount. So he doesn't... I don't believe he can wear the crown. Because he doesn't fulfill the requirements. Yeah, it's a feudal royal monarch. And he's clearly not a royal monarch. 70% again. Come on. Oh, we got it. Okay. Third time's the fucking charm. My god, I didn't think that was ever going to work. Okay, we are still very, very fragile. So I'd recommend... I'm going to keep leading armies turned off. Because that will otherwise just, honestly, get us killed. Let's do it. Excellent, they're going to join us. We get control of the Vale's troops because they're apparently not interested. Disappointed to understand. We'll deal with that later. Thanks to the restless efforts of King Melville, the Martin dynasty has risen to fame amongst the peers and paragons of nobility and class. King Melville himself has become a symbol of parental responsibility and familial duty, a sophisticated man who has devoted his entire life to uphold the honor and virtue of his family's good name. He's become an example of all esteemed aristocrats to follow. Great. What does that do? Dynasty opinion +5. That's actually massive when your dynasty members control just about everything relevant, really. Holy shit. That was actually a good bloodline after all. Apparently we can influence younger relatives as well. Does that mean that if, say, for example, I don't know, the Lady of the Stormlands dies... Actually, she's a younger relative. Does that count? No, it doesn't. I was going to say, does that mean that if we have a minor lord, a child, on one of the high lordships, that we'd be able to do something? Like, I don't know what influence them actually implies, whether or not you can kind of win them over or make their stats better or something like that. It sounds pretty good, though. It sounds like it's only going to really benefit us quite heavily. Big, strong G shall make a fine warrior. Yes, he will. 100% right. There we go. Stop. And here we have it. The last of the Starks in Winterfell, as far as I'm concerned. Enforce demands. You know what comes next. Have his head and all the Stark lands. What about this guy? Lord Arik. Have his head and all the Stark lands. Oh, he's going for independence. That's fine. He'll be strong on and quartered. We... gain some learning, and we get the Treasury of the North. Obviously, he's already dead. This guy's now gone into rebellion, but I saw that he was a Stark, so I thought we might as well try and finish him off. Is that it? Wait, he's beyond the wall? Oh, he's beyond the wall. Right. Oh, it said he went into rebellion, but clearly he did not. What the fuck is this, then? Peasant revolt for Ice Bay Shore. Oh, so they're just an independent... Oh, that's a shame. Okay, never mind then. Right, well, there we go. Let's see. Do we have another worthwhile Martin to give this land to? Rupert is not bad. It's quite old. Bit past... No, careful. Bit past his time. Jothos Martin. I want to give it to somebody who's not going to come into any land and accidentally unify two of the big kingdoms. Darren Martin. Lord Darren of the Giant Stairs. A complete nobody, as far as I'm concerned. Get him to my court. Give him some land. And... boom. Lord Paramount Darren of the North. Is that... Are we good? Is that everything? I'm just waiting for the Reach to deal with whatever they've got. Internal aggression. Otho is trying to claim the Reach, at which point we can obviously dive in and help him out here. Normally we can. Oh, have they got troops raised? No. I can't help them out. I don't know why. They don't technically count as our vassal right now. That's normally a limitation on why you can't help them there. They should be fine. 56,000 men versus what? 21,000. They should be good. And if they fuck that up, they only have themselves to blame. More importantly, look at this. So we've got the Vale under Marek Martin. We've got Riverrun under Garibaldi Martin. We've got Casterly Rock, the Westerlands, under Tristan Martin. North, Darren Martin. Stormlands, we've got Rayella Martin and Dawn is under Ballard Martin, and of course the Reach, which is currently in Civil War, Alan Martin. Brilliant. All that's left to do then is the Iron Islands. I'm actually really surprised we got both Winterfell and the Vale done in one day, but that's pretty good. The only thing left to do then is finally take back Pike, which is currently at war with absolutely everybody. Finally take back the Greyjoys, revoke the title, and then it's just a case of seeing how long this shit will actually last. So we'll start getting the pieces into place right now to get ready for taking the Iron Isles. We don't have a Septon yet, do we? Okay. Wait, I can't do anything about that, surely? Oh, whoa. Higher... Deploy a new course. There we are. I was going to say, I thought it was always the High Septon that sat on the council, but I guess it probably isn't. Right, let's go ahead and throw... Oh, it's the Maester. That's it. I'm getting them confused. Right, Ambition. What have we got next? Tame a Dragon. Not going to happen. Make the 8. See the round prosper. I guess we could do that. Probably stay at peace for 5 years while we try and get the Iron Islands. Oh, yeah, because we just push the claim on it, don't we? Royal claim on the Iron Islands. Well, let's let our dude heal up. Let's deal with stressed. Let's get rid of the dishonor and the tyranny first, because we cannot afford to take any more of that for the time being. I want to see the realm smoothed off a little bit. So hopefully Sir Jaemund here, Sir Jaemund Waxley, can get to work. And, oh, I thought that was it immediately then. Get to work, smooth over our dishonor, smooth over everything else. And did that say we converted somewhere in the north? That's not supposed to happen. Oh my god, Wolfsword converted. What the hell? I like that. Yeah, that's great. Oh, wow, it actually has started converting. Look at that. White Harbor, Old Castle. Damn. And then we've got weird provinces, Cape of Eagles and the Twins, apparently R'hllor. That's so strange. And then this here is Faith the Seven, but we gave it to a Martin, or this Martin woman who inherited it was part of the Old Gods. It still counts as Westerosi gods, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's not like a heresy or anything like that. It's still just religious differences as far as I know, because they're in the same religion group. That's really weird. I didn't think they could actually convert like that. I didn't think they could convert at all in terms of religion. Oh, I guess they've got to because of R'hllor. Anyway, right, let's get to it. Let's just do some regular day-to-day stuff while we try and wait for our dishonor to fuck off entirely. So what do I want to do here? I want to buy a health potion or something if we can. What's this smell? Foul meat. Try and get an honorable. That would be good for winning back over. I was going to say our dishonor. If we gain honorable and you've got dishonor, would it completely remove it? I mean, they've got to count as opposite traits, right? So it might actually completely remove dishonorable. I've got to keep trying that every single time until I find out. Tournament King's Landing, that probably couldn't hurt either. And you know what? We'll also have a feast. Why not? So I think that the tournament always gives you a feast, doesn't it? So that we've got a feast from the tournament, and now we're going to have a feast from... It's going to be expensive. And we're going to have a feast from the feast as well. If nothing else, it'll win everyone over. But we do have to put up with potentially pissing off everybody as well. Here we go. Lord Jordan, not guilty. I'd say that he's not... What? Drick Torgrand? Is this a wildling? Hello? Why the fuck was this guy invited to the feast? Has sent a request that he may have entered into the lands at the First Forest and delay his homage until he can next travel to King's Landing. States the lands were detained following his brother's death, though an inquest has been returned. Sure, I hereby grant you access. Great, thank you. Who the fuck is this dude? Fabulous feast. And how many of our vassals? It says 1 Lord Paramount, 2 Lord Paramount. There's only 2 Lord Paramounts that actually went to that, and the High Septon. Well, hopefully they go to the tournament instead. The other thing I really need to do quite desperately so we don't get assassinated horribly is bribe all of those Starks that we've no doubtedly pissed off. Yeah, look at them. They had a lot of land there. Robb Stark, Lord of Last Hearth. Ethan Stark had Flint's Finger. Jesus, we've got a lot of pissed off northern vassals. Also, more to the point, why do we have all of these northern vassals? Might need to sort out our de jure map mode. Yeah, what the hell's going on here? Oh, look at that. Princess Alisanne's claim on the north. Who is Princess Alisanne? Oh, shit. Can I offer to join him in that? Is there any way we can stop this from happening? Offer to join war? No, because it's obviously still within our realm. Oh, that could be a problem. That's why they're all under us rather than the north, is that they're trying to rebel up, and we might have to deal with this as well tomorrow. Because I don't know that he can win that with just 11,000 men. Peasant Revolt? Barrowton? It's another... See, this is exactly why I didn't want to take the Wildling lands. Imagine this now, but scaled up to 1,000. Because obviously it's different religion, different culture, and it's going to be a -50 general opinion permanently because they're Wildlings. We would have to deal with this fucking constantly. I might try it. Maybe we'll do it as the very, very final thing so that we can just let the time-lapse deal with it rather than me. Oh, God, that was bad timing. Okay, we're fine. Wait, is that it? I should intervene. Arguing with his wife. They seem quite upset and they're almost screeching at each other. I should intervene. There we are. Good work. Warden of the East, Lord of the Vale. Oh, we can actually dish those out to the proper people now. That's quite nice. Well, they did get reinforcements. Bollocks. Right, let's go and hunt those down very quickly. So, with that then, we will leave it there for today. Before tomorrow, before we continue on with taking the final areas, so the Islands and the last of the Wildling lands, again, it's the very final thing we do. We'll grab those. I will try and get some dishonor removed as well, because the last thing we want is to die now while we've got a load of dishonor, giving us, oh, for fuck's sake, piss off with that, giving us dynastic stain, and then dynastic stain makes our vessels hate us more, and the opinion of predecessor will fuck us, and then eventually it's just going to start snowballing out of control. So we need to be very careful. Is that House Baelish? Wow. Perron Baelish still have middle or point. That's quite impressive. Yes, well, I'll try and resolve some of that before we go to war with the Islands, but I'm not going to leave it for too long, so I don't think we're going to get anyone better than King Melville, the Grand Patriarch, to lead us to the sort of finale here. He's probably the best character we're going to have for quite some time. Let's leave it there for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We are basically right up to the finish line here of our little campaign to put everyone on. I thought it'd be a lot harder than it was, but honestly, the Fabricate Rebellion is working out perfectly for us there, so thank you to the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. Shout goes out to Tom Terry 18, Justin Rules, Alex, Slippy Nips, Atmosis, Huey Longdong, Bubka, Asana Kirito, Sweet Sea, Scaz, Bad Burrito 306, Michael Mullen, Pelvis Presley, Odie, Anthony Gawley, and everyone else at the insane tier levels on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Big shout out to these guys. Please go and take a look at the Patreon page right now. Put up a couple of posts today about the May Patreon list, so if you're interested in that, please go and take a look and make sure if you want to shout out that you've checked those. Give me a shout at me. Scream at me until I've added you to the list if you're not already on there. Thank you as well to King Snitch Gaming, Fat Joe as a Toe, Magister Militant, Don, Cogsell, Nikki Sticks, Hey I'm Alex, Gabriel Van Ders, Flom, Attila, Nightroo, Zulu, Mythomatic, Llewellyn Thomas, Smirtworm, Dion, and everyone else at Patreon as well. Same thing applies to you guys if you want a patron, and if you are a patron and you want a shout out, please go check the list, see if you're already on there. If not, give me a shout and I'll make sure that you are moved over to that ready for tomorrow as soon as possible. Thank you for your support. See you all for the Iron Islands Conquest.